Hello, this is Pat Coleman checking in for my weekly vlog. This is for the special techniques playlist that I submitted. Let's get right down to it here. Okay, I had 5 video clips on my playlist. The first one was, and all of my special technique clips for my playlist deal with slow motion technique. That's something I'm pretty interested at this point. It's something I know I can use for track with technical events like hurdling and pole vaulting, and I'm anticipating incorporating this into a lesson, so I kind of have already have an idea there. We do a kind of a fireball demonstration, and I think it'd be cool to shoot that and then present it in slow motion, see how that looks like. So everything deals with slow motion, okay? Alright, the first video is titled iMovie Clips, iMovie Tips, Slow Motion, Reverse, Fast Forward. For the technical stuff, I tried to focus my playlist videos on iMovie because I'm pretty much a Mac guy at this point, which I said in my description for the playlist. But okay, the first video, the kid in that video was great. He goes through how to present things in slow motion, how to present video in reverse format, fast forward stuff. These are a little more than I was looking for there, but still good tips nonetheless. I think the kid's got a great career in education, gave very clear, concise instructions. So I thought it was a useful video. The next one was titled How to Do Ramped Slow Motion, and this was centered around a skateboarder. And it's funny to me because I used to be a skateboarder back when I was kind of like a middle school age kid, probably what this kid is, 13, 14 years old, and I would have loved this. If me and my friends when we were that age had video cameras and had iMovie to shoot things in slow motion, we would have been doing this just endlessly. So it kind of took me back a little bit. It was cool watching him, play around with that a little bit. But he goes through all the. This video is good because he goes through a lot of the basic file management things. File management issues, exporting the file, and that sort of thing. So for a beginner with very little exposure to iMovie, I think this would have been a good tutorial clip. I included 2 slow motion video. If you just listen to me. If you just hit slow motion video in YouTube and search, half of what seems to pop up are just funny, cool, interesting things to look at in slow motion. So I included a couple of those. One was one of the guys from Mythbusters, was cut from a Mythbusters episode, but it was a 45-second slow motion shot of a guy getting his face slapped. And watching it in slow motion, it's kind of funny. It makes you cringe a little bit, but it's kind of funny. I mean, you really see kind of the face distorting, and I just thought that was cool. And Mythbusters, I'm convinced, is pretty much the best, 52 minutes on television. So anytime I can add that, incorporate that in a class, I try to. So that was a good clip there. There was another clip along the same lines. It didn't have any real tutorial, but great demo work of slow motion video techniques. It was kind of avant-garde music set to a bullet piercing various objects: apples, water bottles, a bottle of ketchup, a watermelon, I think, at some point. They were pretty cool. And then actually I was kind of totally trapped thinking, wow, great video, this is awesome. And in the very end, obviously it actually turns out to be a anti-gun political advertisement when they put young man's head in there, and you're already programmed to think a bullet's going to pierce at any second now. Since it's basically political, I probably wouldn't implement that in a classroom, but I thought for the purposes of this class it would be okay. So I thought it was a well done commercial and a good use of slow motion video technique, so I included it. And then I apologize, they're kind of out of order. The last video is again another skateboarder guy, and it's funny, there was probably 30 skateboarding videos. It's just so funny, all these kids out in California with their, video cams and their Macs, just playing around with skateboards in slow motion. Again, it took me back to my childhood a little bit. pretty similar to the first skateboarder as far as the content. This guy just went through it a little quicker. I think it would have been a little bit more advanced for someone who's pretty comfortable using iMovie and knows what they're doing as far as file management and exporting and all that stuff, and just wants the, you know, the meat and potatoes of slow motion video technique. So a little more advanced, a little more concise, but same basic stuff. So that is it. Those are my videos for the playlist. I hope you enjoy, and look forward to next week. Looking forward to Thanksgiving break at this point. It's Tuesday, and it feels like it's Friday. One of those 5 days and 2 days kind of weeks. Hope you're having a better one. All right. Bye-bye.